Hello, halo, halo. Apakah suaraku terdengar? Ada Apple, wah, halo Apple, terima kasih sudah datang. Apple lagi ngapain hari ini? Hai Bobby, halo, halo Bobby, suara aman. Oke, thank you. Kita pianonya aman juga kah? Lagi boboan sambil dengerin Kak Bobby. Oke, semoga bisa membantu mengawal untuk tidur ya, kalau emang mau tidur. Piano aman, oke, thank you. Oke, kita coba sapa dulu ya. Bentar, kita greeting dulu, greeting. Halo semuanya, terima kasih udah datang ke stream aku. Di sini Bobby Moonlight, virtual musician dari bulan. I am your virtual musician from the moon, Bobby Moonlight, and thank you for coming to this stream. Di chat ada, so in the chat there are Rimuru, thank you for coming, and Fragzeko, Yozaku, Urei-san, kita kite kurete arigato, and Adam, Asnikiyu, and Clip. Halo, terima kasih sudah datang. Oke, iya, jadi hari ini actually aku nggak ada rencana apa-apa sih, jadi cuma pengen free talk dan ask me anything, sama mungkin coba latihan piano kali ya. Jadi kalau misalkan ya, karena ini ask me anything, kalau ada yang mau tahu if there's anything that you want to know or want to ask for me about music or anything at all, please let me know in the chat. I might not be able to answer it, but we can look it up together and learn together. And I will be using my piano to maybe, what do you say, express or illustrate some of the points. Kon Bobby, hi Magelinda Celestia, thank you for coming. I hope you will enjoy the stream. Or maybe you can also request some songs if you want me to try and play it. I'm not a good piano player. I just play piano for fun, but I really love playing songs with piano because piano is, I think, one of the most beautiful musical instruments. Hi Kon Bobby, hi Frogzeko, and hi Bobby, hello Darren. Thank you for coming to the stream. Or if you want to just lurk around and hear some piano playing, then that's okay too. One of the things that I did, I think I tweeted yesterday that I did some impulsive buying. One thing that I bought was this what do you call it? A mounted table extension. So there is there are some desk, office desk that has like keyboard extension, right? Like the one a slider like that goes below your table, like below your desk. Turns out there is some shops in where I am right now that actually sells the one that is detachable. Bobby with piano. Hello, Raim. Thank you for coming. Yes, I am playing piano right now. So yeah, that's one of the things that I bought, and it arrived earlier today, and I have mounted it to my table. It's really efficient. No, not efficient. Convenient. That's the word I'm looking for. It's convenient because I've got more space to put my things, and my table feels more, wider, and I can put more things to it. Wait, where does it go again? Oh, okay, E minor. That's the wrong chord. Okay. Oh, where did it go? I've always wanted to learn piano. Then you should actually start to learn it because it's fun playing piano. And I think in my family, I have an older brother, a Moonlight brother. So I learned piano earlier than he did. Like I think I learned it since I was like, I don't know, how old was I again? 11, 12? Somewhere around that. And my brother actually just starting to learn piano. I taught him the basics when he was, I think, 18, 19? So yeah, I don't think there's anything like, oh, it's too late for me to learn piano now. I think if you really want to learn, then you definitely can do it. I mean, I'm not a really good player myself. I only can play basic sounds, and for some reason my motoric skills, like how I move my fingers, sometimes doesn't really correspond with what I'm thinking. So I cannot play any complex chords or complex songs, for example. Okay, so how about we talk about some music theory? I think I wanted to talk about chord progressions. Like this is just simple. Like chord progressions is basically um, chord progressions is basically like the sequence of chords that you are playing that made up a specific like sound, right? Like for example, if you are playing what song do you want me to play? Or okay, so yeah, the simple one it would be like a happy birthday. Yeah, that sequence of chords like C, G, and back to C and F. Those are those are the those are the chord progressions, right? And I want to teach you one chord progression that appears often in Japanese songs. Well, not only Japanese songs, but it's a really beautiful chord progression that is really often used in many songs. That contains only 4 chords actually. Well, 4 with some extension, which I will get it later. But this is one of the chord progressions that is commonly used, and if you play it, then there's a high chance that you will be playing. If you use it for your song, then there's a high chance that your song will be beautiful. So I'm playing for. Okay, so let me read the chat first. Rayhan Bais, hi, hello Rayhan. Thank you for coming. Terima kasih sudah datang. I feel like taking a certain person right. Oh, about the birthday. Okay, I can play the simple chords on piano, but playing with the melody is too hard for me, Bob. Yeah, I think that just boils down to practice. Like, I also can't play difficult parts on my left hand. As you may have noticed, that my right hand is my active hand, right? I think, yeah, with practice, you can definitely get better. I am lacking on practice. That is why I cannot play hard songs. But yeah, I think you get my point. What would you categorize a happy chord and a sad chord? Interesting. So speaking for chords, I think the most simple one would be like major chords, like simple major chords would be happy. Konbanwa will be hello humble. Yeah, so for example, this is a C major. Wait, let me check if I have a transpose on. No, I don't. Yeah, this is some C major chord. Major chords are typically happy. Like those kind of things. So all majors are happy chords. Well, that is only limited by the musician's creativity, I think. Like some of majors, you can actually, like, depending on the mood of the song, you can actually make major chords sound sad. Let me see if I can actually do it. Well, sad comes in many different forms. Like for example. Like if you notice this might be a chord from that That is a song from Little Mermaid. Part of your world, part of my world. I forget the title. Sad but hopeful. Yeah, that is also possible. Like, there is a lot of emotions that you can express with music, right? Although I agree that some of them usually introduce a minor chord so that it brings the sadness of it. Like, I think that's the simplest one. Although, yeah, you can play around with, like, for example, this is a major chord. This is a C major, and this is a C major 7. So it's not really like it's not a plain. I don't know the term, but it's not basic major. But this is not a minor either. It's commonly used like in jazz songs or like I think in Japanese songs as well. C major 7. Not to be confused with C7 like this. This is C7, this is C major 7, and this is C major. Like the last C key, you bring it down one semitone to B. But anyway, I digress. I was talking about one chord progression. So the chord progression is denoted by numbers. So we are used to saying like okay, so the chords for this song is C F G, for example, C F G C F G, like C F G. Like, okay, that is easily understandable, but actually the same feel can be replicated in other keys. Wait, what is the term? I think it should be keys. Like, for example, this is the root note. The root key of this progression is C, right? So C, F, G, C again. You hear the progressions, right? And let me show you if I can play it through. Like, for example, the root note is G, so the chord will be G, C, and D, right? Okay. Are the same chord progressions but on a different key. Like the first one is on the C, and the other one is on G. Wait, wrong. So that is why in music theory we usually denote chord progressions with numbers. Like, for example, let me try to do something. Check. Few. Okay. So for example, what I am trying to do right now is to chord progression. So CFG is actually written like this: 1, 4, 5. With a capital Roman numbers. So yeah, this chord progression means that you play the chord for the first one. I mean the root note of the key you're currently playing in. So if we play in C, that is C, the C chord, and the capital means that it's a major chord. Like so it's a C major. And the fourth chord, the fourth key in what do you call it? In the C scale, I hope I'm using the term right. The fourth chord on the C scale is actually an F. So I think you can, how do you? Yeah, so basically, you can know that if you play C, it starts with Do. Like for example, maybe some of you are familiar with Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Si Do thing when you learn in school, and you denote them like 1, 2, 3, 4, and Fa is 4 and Sol is 5, those kind of things. So this is pretty similar. So yeah, 1, 4, 5 in the C key is like C, F, G. But actually 1, 4, 5 in F, for example, is F and B flat. Yeah, so F, B flat. Wait, wrong chord. C, F. So that is the chord progression for 1, 4, 5. And now what I wanted to, that is right. I cannot show you the piano, but so I can maybe you can just try to identify it by the sound. So one of the most common chord progressions that you often will see on this is wrong. 1, 5, actually 4, 5, 3, and 6. Okay. I don't get it. Why is it skipped 2 steps? Okay, so in the key of C, we can count from C up to the next octave C for the numbers. Like for example, in the key of C, we know the first note is C, and the second note is D, and the third is E. So it's basically like you do, yeah. So Do, that is 1, Re, that is 2, Mi, that is 3, and 4 is, yeah, that is Fa, right? F, and 5 is Sol. So why is it skipped 2 steps? It's not skipped, but it's the combination. Like for example, if you want to have a progression of 1, 2, 3, then it will sound like this, for example. That is a chord progression of 1, 2, 3, 4, with 2 minor, 3 minor, and 1 and 4 is major, like C major, D major, D minor, E minor, and F major. Yeah, it's kind of like Do Re Mi, but when you learn Do Re Mi in schools, you do it often on the C scale, right? You start from Do, and then yeah, you go up. Right, but actually, Do Re Mi can be played on different key. Like for example, if Do equals to G, for example, we can play like this. Wait, I put the wrong note. You hear the difference? Because I start from, like for example, this is from C, the usual. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do, Si, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. And if you hear Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, I can start Do, Re, Mi from this note, like G, right? Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do, Si, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. Yeah, so that is why we denote the chords with numbers instead of letters like we used to do, because that means those numbers can be translated to any key that you want, and it is really useful for musicians, because that means we can use the appropriate chords for the song. Like for example, you're playing in a band or a group that has a singer with a certain vocal range. Like maybe if you play a song starting from C with like a male singer, like a bass or baritone singer, a male singer, then they might not, like depending on the notes, the singer might not be able to reach some notes, some high notes. And that is why you transpose the chords to another key. Like for example, playing from G or A. So transposing it down. Like that allows us to actually play something that sounds the same. No, not the same. Sounds similar, but giving our like what do you call it? Our singer a better time. And that is not only limited to singer. That also limited to some instruments that has certain range to it. Like for example, recorder. You know, the flute, the recorder flute, or actually the flute itself, like the pipe flute. I think the pipe flute is like theirs are limited to certain range of the octave, right? So we might not be able to play some songs with it. And yeah, transposing chords is really fun. That's very convenient. Never knew about that until you talk about it. Yeah. So one thing for me about singing songs, like for example, people really like to, when they try to play a song with a guitar, for example, they really like to search for the chord on the internet and play the chord as is. Like for example, if I try to sing, what do you call it? What songs do I want? Sunyi dan sepi di ruang hampa, masalah datang dengan pergi. That is really high for me. That's from E. So maybe that's mantra hujan, right? That might be too high for you, so you can actually transpose it down to something that you're familiar with. Like for example, let me transpose it to A. There's A. Yeah. Sunyi dan sepi di ruang hampa, masalah datang dan pergi sudah biasa. So it's more comfortable for you to sing it, right? So my suggestion for you is don't really get stuck into the original key of the song that you're singing it, but try to find the range or the key for which when you play it, you can sing it more comfortably. So that's helpful for false voice like me. So is this what it means to transpose, or that term is used for different meaning? Yes, that is true. Transposing is basically moving up and down, moving your key up and down, yeah. And for example, if you open sites like Ultimate Guitar, for example, if you try to learn a chord for a song, then Ultimate Guitar has this transpose button which can help you. Okay, so maybe if I wanted to play it from A, then what other, like, how are the chords changed alongside that, right? They have the transpose button too, yeah, right. Capo is love for guitars. That is right. I also use capo when I try to play songs that starts from weird chords, like for example D sharp or B flat, for example. That is like all full. I don't know the term, like the ones that you really need to press all of the strings. But yeah, capo is nice too. And most of digital pianos or digital keyboards have the transpose button as well. So for non-skilled musician as me, then those are really helpful, yeah. But anyway, going back to the chord progression, this is 4/5. So 4/5. Like, let me play it on a C key. Like 4 is F, and 5 is G. 3 lowercase 3. So if you notice that I wrote Roman number 3 with a lowercase here, that means it's a minor. So uppercase means major and lowercase means minor. So it's an E minor. And 6 minor, so it's A minor. And why am I telling you guys this chord progression? Because it's really used in many different songs. and it really sounds beautiful. Like for example, you know this sounds like. Yeah, so that is like 4. That's like 4, 5. Wait, 4, 5, 3, 6. Right. That was Hikarunara by Goose House. And sometimes you add a 1 on there to resolve the tension, but basically this progression can be repeated a lot of times. Like for example, another song. Like for example, it's this is 6. And this is 1, like to resolve. Like usually when you want to resolve a tension, you resolve a tension, not a tension. Like resolve a tension, you will usually go to 1, the root note. But since we want to move back to 4, then we add a 7. Like this C7 chord is actually what can bring us back from C to F. It's often used as well. What other songs that I can play? Oh, this one. Okay. Yeah, that's from Egoist. I forgot the title. What is the title again? So everything that makes me whole. Yeah, that is also the same chord progressions, right? And also so beautiful, right? Because it's F, G, E minor, and A minor. My dearest, right, it's my dearest. What else? There's also this. Yes, Yoru ni kakeru. Okay, so right. It also 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 3, 3, 6. Right, and some other Japanese pop songs, for example, this is Hairo to Ao from Kenshi Yonezu and Suda Masaki. Dore dake from Yui, Goodbye Days, like everything. Well, this is a bit different. So it skips the 3 minor and goes straight into the 6 minor. So 4, 5, and 6 minor. Hi Bobby, hi Google, thank you for coming. Yeah, so if you want to play something on the piano or the guitar, you can try to use this chord progression and just try to find some melodies that goes along with it, and that would be good. Can I ask, what app do you use for connecting keyboard to stream? So that is a good question because the setup is a bit complicated, I think. So I have my keyboard here connected via USB to my computer. So this is not exactly a keyboard, this is a MIDI controller, an 88 keys MIDI controller, and it is connected to my PC through the USB port, and it is connected to my DAW, digital audio workstation, which is Cubase. So Cubase is basically music software that you can use for composing songs, writing songs, for example, producing songs, basically. And then, so the most complex part, so that is quite straightforward. So keyboard to USB, USB to Cubase, that is really easy. Now, one of the things that is really hard is to connect the Cubase to my OBS, because Cubase has this, I don't know, maybe it's just like how audio devices work in computers, but if you try to use one audio device, then you cannot basically redirect it to anywhere else. You can only redirect it through that audio device, and I'm using my audio interface here to ensure that my mic and my guitar can actually work in the Cubase itself. But that also means that if I only use my audio interface, then I cannot direct the audio to my OBS. So that means that if I wanted to, that is the reason why I am using an extra applications called Voice Meter. So I'm using the Voice Meter SEO virtual device to ensure that, okay, my audio interface is routed through that virtual device, so my Cubase can actually use that virtual device as well. And Cubase is outputting the sound to another virtual device that can then be directed to both my monitor headphone, my default output audio device, and also to any other apps that receives an input, like microphone input, like for example Discord or OBS or anything at all, like Google Hangout or Zoom or anything. Is it just for Cubase or also for other DAWs? Now, I haven't really used other DAWs for this because I paid for Cubase and that is what I've been using for. I don't think that paying for another DAW would be the most cost-effective on my end. So that is why I only know it from Cubase. Can I use the apps for electric guitar too? Yes, you can actually. Let me try to play something. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. I have an electric guitar sound here. Okay, you should be able to hear it. Yeah, this. I do play guitar as well, and there's also some clean sounds. So yeah, I think that is also so. For my guitar is actually connected to my audio interface. So my audio interface has two ports, two XLR plugs, and one of them is my mic, and the other is my guitar. And then yeah, I redirect them to Cubase so that it can listen to my electric guitar signals. So that is why like. Is it too loud? I don't want to. So there are no amplifiers needed, and all the effects you have are in your PC. Yes, in fact, all of the effects, like some of the effects, are called VSTs, VST plugins, and yeah, they are in the PC. I don't have any amplifiers in my house because I'm living in an apartment, and yeah, if I actually play some sounds here, then I might get noise complaints and I can get evicted. So that is why I only like do all of the things digitally and listen to it from my earphone. Not earphone, headphone. Iron Man. How does Iron Man goes again? I forgot. Your metal songs. Well, I used to play many metal songs in my band long ago. So yeah. So that is all for. I don't think I will play the guitar anymore because yeah, I used practice piano on my thumbnail, so it's not guitar practicing. Let's go back to piano. I'm blaming you if I have neck problems later. What musical instruments can you play? So I can play the piano, just the basics. I can play the guitar, just the basics. I am not really a good instrument player, I think. I can play the recorder. I can somewhat play the drums, just the basics, because I used to form a band with my brothers, and I was on the guitar part and the drums. Oh, oke, enggak. Ya, aku jadi bisa main piano, bisa main gitar, bisa main bass gitar, cajon bisa juga karena cajon lumayan simple kan ya. Um, Drums to some extent. I have a bad sense of rhythm. Well, not the bad sense of rhythm, but my motoric, kayak sistem motorikku tuh kadang-kadang apa ya, ngaco gitu. Jadi kayak main drum bisa asal jangan yang susah-susah gitu. Wait, where's my sustain pedal? I used to, okay, so one instrument that I really wanted to play, but I cannot really play it was a violin. I bought one, a Yamaha one, back, I forgot, it's like I think 4 to 5 years ago. I tried to learn it, but it's really difficult. Like, it really relies on your feelings, like where the notes are in the as you know, like violins don't have the frets, right? Not like guitar does. They don't have the frets, so you really need to know where the notes are. And if like, as if that is not hard enough, you need to also move your bow really correctly. If not, that you may produce like nasty sounds. I didn't bring it like I'm currently like back when I was in Indonesia. I used to practice it on my room because yeah, they don't really care about noise complaints. I mean, like if you do it in moderation, right? But I don't think I can do it in my place right now because yeah, if I do it, then I would need to go to like some parks to actually practice. But that would mean I would practice in public, and yeah, I'm not good, so I'm embarrassed. I actually thought it would be the same as guitar. I gave up on it. No frets. It's really hard. Yeah. So I think if you are learning, then there are some like stickers that you can put on your violin's neck. I think that is what little kids use when they first have their violin lessons. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you can overcome the embarrassment that you have by putting stickers on your violin's neck, then I think it's still a good way to learn, right? I didn't get to because yeah, as you said, I gave up. Like maybe if I tried to learn it more, then I would be able to play it. But what else? Are there any other instruments that I can play? Oh well, while I can play the piano, I still don't have the knowledge of how to accompany people. Like accompany either as singing or playing in a band. Like those type of piano playing, accompaniment playing is really different than playing solo. Like I think there was one time that I got booted out of a band because yeah, they were looking for a keyboard player and I didn't really do any good. So yeah, they said that they don't want to continue with me in the band. So well, that's what it is. Well, I mean that happens a lot in the band. Like, for example, unless it's a really tight knit friends, like for example, Keon, or yeah, I did one. I did have like well 3 or 4 bands that I was in back when I was in school, and those are with my friends, so we kind of just like hang around together and play some music. But there was once that, okay, there was a band that was looking for a keyboardist, and I wanted to try if I can do it, but turns out I couldn't. So yeah, that's just how it is. But they were pretty straightforward about it though. So they don't really, yeah, okay, you can play, but this is not the style of playing that we want. So yeah, maybe it's better for both of us to not continue this. Like, and it was like it's not on the bad terms or anything. So it's still really fun. Yeah, at least they weren't a jerk about it, right? I'm playing it from a different chord. I think, I mean, a different progression because I think the original progression is something like 4, 3, 6, and 5. Like. Yeah, when I'm playing on different progressions, like instead of 4, 3, 6, 5, I played it on 4, 1, 5, 6. It still sounds good for instruments. So, do you have advice about learning music instrument for the first time? I'm new to music instrument. Just try it. Sebenarnya ya, kalau misalkan masalah instrumen itu yang paling penting adalah punya instrumennya dulu. Atau nggak harus punya sih, tapi intinya adalah kamu bisa megang instrumennya secara langsung. For example, either it's piano or guitar. Mungkin piano agak lebih mahal dan makan tempat kali ya, tapi kalau bisa bagus, kalau nggak bisa agak susah gitu kan. Yang paling gampang tuh gitar karena ada gitar-gitar yang apa ya, yang tidak bermerek. No branded guitars that you can buy for a cheap price. Although maybe it's not really the most durable. Mungkin itu nggak akan tahan lama, tapi ya bisa jadi bahan belajar juga sebelum kamu invest ke yang lebih bagus gitu, misalkan Yamaha FS 400 gitu. They're good to practice at least. Yes. So buying the cheap ones beats having none of them. Like you can practice in your head all the time, but without the actual thing on your hand, then you cannot really get better. So jadi mungkin advice pertamaku adalah coba punya atau pinjam atau ibaratnya main ke rumah teman yang punya dan sebagainya untuk play like either borrow to your friend or visit your friend who has some instruments and play there. Karena itu artinya kamu akan bisa tahu oke, yang harus dipencet ini, yang harus di strum ini dan sebagainya gitu kan. Kalau bisa kamu beli sendiri lebih bagus karena itu artinya kamu bakal punya waktu lebih banyak buat latihan kan. Aku pernah ke band tapi pas udah ke sana nggak tahu mau ngapain. Ke band tuh maksudnya apa? Ke studio atau ke studio band gitu? I used to play my friend's guitar too before I own one. Right. That's really a valid option as well. Just visit. Like I know my little brother is way more skilled at guitar than I am. He really plays amazing guitar, and I don't know. Like he can play like really difficult guitar solos. When like this is not about my little brother, but when he was in school, he brought guitar to school, and his friends borrow his guitar to play things. So borrowing musical instruments is also an option. I think that's the first advice. I think menurutku itu saran yang pertama. Saran yang kedua, banyakin latihan aja sih. Banyakin latihan, nonton videonya, try to have a goal, like coba punya goal, kamu pengen bisa mainin lagu apa gitu. Teori malak teman. Ya, jangan malak lah. One musical instrument that I really wanted to try but I haven't really got the chance to try is saxophone. I really wanted to play saxophone because it's also one of the musical instruments that I think has the most beautiful sound, the most beautiful voice, right? I really wanted to play it, but I don't know. Like, it's so expensive. Okay, thanks Bobby. Thank you Rashad. Semoga bisa membantu ya. Oh, you know what? Speaking of, okay. Also, definitely not force yourself to learn hard songs. It'll just bring you down. Go with the basics. Yes, right. You know, one of the first song that I learned, like I talked about this with many of my friends. Like, what are the first song that they played to learn musical instruments? Like, some of them said that they are playing pop songs. Some of them playing punk songs or rock songs or those kind of things. But actually, for me, the very first song that I learned to practice my guitar was a traditional Indonesian song, a traditional Indonesian kids song, Burung Kakatua. Yeah, because that song is really simple. It's only like 1, 5. back to 1. Yeah, because so only 1, 5, 1, 5, and there are some 4. So that's only the most easiest song to learn. Like, it can help you get the sense of like trying to move between chords, and your right hand, if you're right-handed, your right hand to strum the chords correctly. Jadi kamu bisa latihan itu pindah-pindah chordnya gimana dan gimana cara gonjreng gitarnya supaya terdengar enak. Kayak gitu sih. I think if someone actually tried to ask me to learn guitar, I would use like children's songs or folk songs or those kind of things that is really easy and have simple chords. Darbuka? What is darbuka? Let me try to. Is it a drum? Oh, I see. Well, I think playing darbuka is also like a good way for you to, what do you call it? Get a sense of rhythm. Like if you can play it, then yeah, you basically can get the sense of rhythm correctly. Yeah, I don't know if I can play it because it's only piano, right? And I'm afraid that if I play it, then YouTube might think that I'm using a recorded track. Marako no sekai wa... Can I play it with singing? Marako no sekai wa... Na 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 na. Yeah, those kind of things. Like I really love playing the piano because it takes my mind off things. But I also really hate the fact that it is so big that yeah, it fills quite a lot of my room. So I don't really like to bring it out often. Okay, let's try to. Have you noticed if most of the songs you love actually have the same keys? That can be true. Yeah, that can be true. But I think for me, the songs that I love is quite a lot. So they have all sorts of key progressions. But yeah. I think mine were mostly E minor, G, D, C. Okay, so let's try to play that. Oh, that's a really nice progression. I think it's more Western pop, right? This brings back memories, but I cannot remember what the song is. Okay, what songs that is played using this progression? Rush E. I don't really remember Rush E, but I know that it's one of the hardest songs to play in the piano. The songs I love usually use this chorus. Oh, yeah. That's really, like, you can sometimes like chord progressions. The ones that I usually use is except that the 4, 5, 3, 6 that I wrote in the screen right now is also the 4, 5, 6 because it's really easy. It like this one, like for example. I really love that one chord progression that any J-pop anime songs will use. That goes D, F sharp, B minor, A. Is that A major or A minor? So that's D and F sharp. Oh. Isn't it A major? No, okay. Oh, thank you for the donation. Wait, I cannot read it. Morning, sir. Halo, Fauzan. Thank you. Terima kasih untuk traktirnya. So it's... Oh, wait, wrong. Okay, so 1 and a 3 major. And 1 and a 3 major. And a 6 minor and 5. B minor, A crest minor, A minor, okay. That's a really interesting progression. Okay, I think I might need to listen to such songs because I don't think I recognize. Well, I recognize a progression like this. And we can go to 4 and then 4 minor. Yeah, but I don't know about that. So let's try to find another song. One other progression. Yeah. One other interesting progressions that also often show up on anime songs is 4, 5, 6. Cancel. Okay, 4, 5, 6. But they ended it in 4, 5, and 6 major. So it goes something like. Those progression to A major instead of A minor is really nice. Like. Oh, actually, this is. Oh yeah, this is something that I wrote. This is one of the piano pieces that I wrote. If you know Centimeter by Peggy's, they use this chord progression. I don't think I've heard Centimeter. Centimeter, the Peggy's. Yeah, I don't think I know. Oh, that is the Kanojo Karishima's OP. Okay. I don't think I have watched the more recent animes anymore, so I'm not really confident. But what other anime songs that I know? Oh, you know that famous anime song is actually using the same 4, 5, 3, 6 chord progressions. So, wait. Yeah, this actually incorporate both of this progression 4, 5, 3, 6, and the 4, 5, 6 major that I just told you. So this one, Kawashita ya kusoku. This is 4 and 5. Nayome otojita shikameru. So that is 4, 5, 3, 6, and then na 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 na. that moves to A major instead of minor. So that's really interesting, and that just goes to show that this progression like appears in a lot of anime songs. Kalau piano sama pianika mainnya sama kan ya, sama kok. Tapi ya bedanya yang satu ada butuh tiupannya sama cuma I think cuma 1,5 oktav ya kalau nggak salah pianika tuh. Ya cuma dari G rendah sampai C tingginya. Sounds like Hinotori. Oh, I actually haven't really learned Hinotori that much, but that was connect. Kawashita ya kusaku wasurenai yo me wo tojita shikameru oshiyose tayari furianatte susumu yo. That was connect by Clarice. Untuk belajar pianika dulu aja kan ya. Pianika bisa untuk kamu mainin melodinya atau untuk familiarin dengan layout pianonya. Jadi tanpa kamu tempelin stiker mana yang do, mana yang re, itu kamu bisa identify. Oke, kamu mainnya dari sini gitu. C itu di sini, D itu di sini, main chord juga bisa. Tapi ya kalau misalkan bisa pakai piano beneran ya bakal lebih itu. Karena kan kalau pakai pianika mungkin kamu jari kanan sama kirinya tangan kanan sama tangan kiri terlalu dekat ya. Halo Nix, terima kasih sudah datang. If you have any questions, then please. Please give it to the chat so I can answer it. No, not this song, My Tears. If I could never find the right way to tell you, have you noticed I've been gone? I could never find the things that you tell me, let me carry it along. When trying to compose songs, they usually go for piano first for all the melodies. For example, having guitar solo, they use a piano to compose it before using the guitar. That is a good question. I generally use piano to flesh out the main melody of the song. Like, I mean, like for the vocals, I use piano because that, like, using piano is easier to get the correct note that I wanted instead of a guitar. Because I already know where the keys are and how the notes progresses. Like doing the like what note will fit certain chords. I think it's easier for me to get it on the piano instead of the guitar. However, for your specific question, having a guitar solo to use the piano to compose it before using the guitar, that is not the case because if I do a guitar solo, then usually I just try to, I put down the chords, like either it's via guitar or a piano. I put out the chords, then I listen, then I just try to play like anything at all in my guitar that will fit. Because I think with guitar you have the difference of sounds, like when you try to play in certain parts of the guitar, that if you play it with a piano, it might sound good, but when you play it on the guitar, it might sound not that good. So yeah, you just really need to. If you can play it on the guitar, then that would be really awesome. Tergoda untuk turu, silakan turu. Like I think the piano that I speaking of piano solos and chord progressions, I think one of the songs that I made for Nemu, Suisho Nemu, the song for his birthday, I used the same chord progressions, like oh yeah, then I played the chorus here, right? Wait. Yeah, that song gave me the feeling of chasing something, right? Like if I play it on the guitar, the solo would be like hey, wait. Yeah. Yeah, but when I play it on the guitar, it sounds like oh, wait, I played on the. Yeah, I think in this particular case, it sounds just both as good, right? The harmonics. Like if you're playing electric guitar, and then this this song is, oh my god, what is the title of the song from Avenged Sevenfold? Like the note. Yeah, the note is this, right? But if you do pinch harmonics, yeah, I think that's the term. By plucking the string, but hitting the string with your thumb, in the but hitting the string with your thumb as well, gives that peaky sound, right? Yeah, if you just pick it normally, the sound like, but with pinch harmonics, yeah, that's really nice. That is really an amazing technique that you can play for playing metal songs. Unholy Confessions, yeah, right. Wish I could be the one. That's the answer for the guitar. Like, if you play, like, if you give me a guitar with an amplifier that has the overdrive effects on it, I will definitely play you some metal songs. Auto jedak jeduk. Oh wait, cha-cha-chan. So, what else? What songs do you want me to play? apart. I'm not God, I can't change the stars, but I don't know if there's lives on Mars. But I know you are people in the house and those who care for you. I got nothing to lose as we're going through. This is the last time I give up this heart of mine, telling you that I'm a broken man who's finally realized, standing in moonlight, we're black on the inside. Ooh. Do you think you want to cry? This is goodbye. That is bubble wrap from McFly. Palette. Will I get flamed if I tell you that I haven't really learned palette songs? How does palette goes again? Let me try to play it. You know what? Let's try to actually learn the song. Palette. Toa. No, not I. Okay, 6, 4, 1 and 5. How about the chorus? Okay. I don't know. I haven't really mastered it. But yeah, I think that is one of the, you know, if I want to, if there's anything that I'm confident in with respect to music, is to like determine the chord progression of a song that I've just listened to. Like this song. 続ける意味は輝いてるだななななな Yeah. Wait. What is that song again? I have it on my head, but I don't really know the song. the same chord progression as palette. Yiruma, I think so. But I don't actually know the title. But yeah, learning chord progressions is nice. Like for example, a nice chord progression would be Friday I'm in Love from Friday I'm in Love. The Cure, yeah. That's the song my sister always play along. Yeah, sometimes when like I have this habit of like hearing a song, get it registered on my memory, but I don't really know what the song is. And when I played the piano, then it just like somehow came out. And that also affected my composing of songs because sometimes, okay, like the song for Nemu, this part. Yeah, I think that is that there was one Sword Art Online host sung by who again? Lisa? That has the same melody. But I forgot what it. But yeah, it affected my songwriting as well. River flows in you, I think. Yeah, I think so. Yiruma, river flows in you. Actually, in a song has that progression as well. Yeah, so, well, I mean, one more exhibit Z of how that chord progression that I have on the screen just above me is a great chord progression. I just noticed that Violet actually used that chord progression. Na, 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 na. Like 4 and 5, 3 minor and 6 minor. Like I'm playing from C, so that is F, G, E minor, and A minor. That chord really brings the feelings out of you, right? So if you really want to use Um, if you have anything to take away from this stream, then yeah, I think that's one of the things. I knew it was crossing fields. Yes, yes, yes. If you say crossing fields, I also usually play crossing field when I. Oh yeah, right. Wait, gimana? Wait, I got confused and I'm about to play Violet again. I don't know, but yeah. I don't know what all that is, but it sounds good in my ears. Yeah, I think so. One thing about music theory is that not everyone, not every musician, not every person who wants to learn about music needs to learn it. But if you learn it, then you have a lot of arsenal weapons that you can use to actually make your music sounds good. Like for example, why does going from C to C7 is a good way to transition into F? And likewise, like from F, why is F to G is like the like if you leave it at G, like you get from F and you go to G, there's this hanging feeling, like the tension that you want to release. Like if you end the song there, your audience will say, okay, so what's next? Where do we go from here? There's no conclusion, right? So that is why if you go from F and from G, you usually resolve to C. So when you go to C, it's kind of breath of relief, right? Because finally the tension is released. We got back home, for example. I don't know if that makes sense, but sometimes some creative musicians also use the fact that most chords needs what do you call it? Conclusion. And they intentionally left out the conclusion. Like for example, the melody in my song to Nemu is also not resolved correctly, not resolved properly. I mean, like I ended on 5 there, and it's not really ending, right? The logical ending is actually going back to 1. Right, but if is it because you're gonna make a full song? Well, is it? I don't know. Oh, and hi Ochi, thank you for coming. Konos. I ended it here, but I didn't end it on the original song. Hello Bobby, hello Chi. Thank you for coming. And yes, if you have any music questions, then please shoot. I have around 12 minutes left before hitting the 2-hour mark, I think. So yeah, I will end it on the 2-hour mark. Oh, have I really made have I made the point earlier? I wonder how it kind of sounds when metal, but please don't let me bother you thinking like this. Well, you can also play such things with distortions. But sometimes metal songs has really different chord progressions. Like for example, if I turn back on the guitar overdrive solo. Usually metal songs go from like okay so one of the most popular, not really popular, but a common progression is the six minor, 4, 5, and 3 minor. Bobby, hello. I hope I can collab with you someday. Hello, Kazu. Thank you for coming. And yes, let's do. I don't understand anything about chord progression, Bobby. So chord progression is basically a sequence of chords. Like if I let's try to play a clean guitar. Like for example, that's basically any sequence of chords is a chord progression, and knowing typical chord progression can actually help you to, like, you know how if you play puzzles, then you have basically all the pieces and you just tie them together. Like knowing chord progressions, typical chord progressions will allow you to create a song that might sound similar to other songs which uses the same chord progression, which is not necessarily a bad thing, and add your own melody on top of it. Because if many other people use that progression, that means that that progression is really good. Like for example, there's the most common progression is 1, 5, 6, 4. Like for example, C, G, A minor, F. Like this song appears many times in like Indonesian songs or Western songs, like anything at all. Or maybe if you go with like the one that is listed on the screen above, 4, 5, 3, 6. If you can translate it to chords, like in the C key, it's like F, G. Like the 4th chord is F, the 5th chord is G, the 3rd chord is E minor, and the 6th chord is A minor. There's also one chord progressions that I like 6. 1. Oh wait. Yeah, so this is a 6, 4, 1, 5. So yeah, I think those are the very common chord progressions. What does the number in chord progression correspond to? Nice, that is a good question. So it is the, how do you, this might be a bit wrong technically, but it's the number of notes from the root key. The number of note in major scale from the root key. Like for example, if we go from C, let me try to, yeah. So if we go by the key of C, yeah, if I play do re mi fa sol from C, like, right? So the number here, so the do is 1. Like I think it's similar to how we learn it on school, right? Do is 1, re is 2, or D is 2, E is 3, 4 is F, G. Yeah, basically you count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Back from 7 back to 1. So yeah, so for example, if it's 4, 5, 3, 1, that means that you go from 4 like F, G, and then E minor, because 3 is E, and if you wrote the number in the lowercase, it means it's a minor, and then 6 is A minor. So yeah. So that's how the number corresponds to. And this is the most basic one because it's a major and minor, but you can also have like the flat symbol here. This just means that it's 5 chord, the 5th chord in a flat, the flat note of 5th. Like for example, if it's like this, it means that it's F sharp. Or you can also add Arabic numbers like V7, for example. That just means that it's the G7. But so you might also ask, why do we use numbers instead of why do we use numbers instead of the actual key? It's because it makes it easier for us to actually transpose the progression all over the scale. Like for example, currently we're playing from C, so it's F, G, E minor, A minor. But say we want to play it from G, the root note G. So we can just like, okay, what's the 4th note of G? Like G, A, B, C. So the 4th note is C. And the 5th note is D. The 3rd note is B minor. No, B minor. And then the 6th chord is E. So yeah, this progression in the G chord is basically like it's the same progression but on different chords. So with using these numbers, you can actually like move them around the scale to fit your voice or other instruments better, or the tone that, I heard a musician said once more that don't make your song start from C because it's boring. Because C is the very first key that you learn when you learn music, especially with piano. So if you can make your songs in other keys than C, then it will sound definitely better. Well, I don't really buy that much into it, but yeah, I think basically we have to familiarize ourselves with like moving around the scale, basically. Yeah, so I think let's try to let me Google this. The most popular anime chord progression. What does it give us? Okay, so I gave it it gives me the 4, 5, 3, 6 as well, but I don't want that. Or let's put out the anime. Yeah, there's the common progression is like if I this is the progression that that if you search most popular chord progression, this progression will show up. It's 1, 5, 6 minor and 4. So if you just translate it, it just goes to like 1 is C and G and A minor, 6 is A minor and 4 is F. So. Those kind of things. Oh, and also, there's this chord progression that you will instantly recognize. That's interesting. Let me try to play it. Okay. Where's my sustain pedal? Okay, do you know what chord progression it is? Yeah, canon. Yeah, that's one of the. Wait, how does canon go again? Why do I play it so low? Yeah, and also, but other than canon, is also used for many other things, like the song from Peter Pan. Wait, I forgot. Was it Peter Pan or was it like yeah? But basically that's also another chord progression. Oh, I think it's BTS that used this. Was it Permission to Dance? Permission to Dance chords. Unravel Tokyo Ghoul. How does Permission to Dance go again? Yeah, right. It's the thought of being young when the heart hits the drum. Yeah, that's the permission to dance, right? It uses the same chord progression as canon actually. Unravel Tokyo Ghoul. How does it go? Wait. Same chord progression again. Yeah, so chord progressions are fun things to learn, because if so, you will definitely can actually can actually identify. Okay, so this song is using this chord progression, and then yeah, you can basically play it on any of your instruments. Like for example, I know that ano aozora no seida. Oh, that's a hard chord. I don't know. Okay. Oh, I just realized that we have passed the 2-hour mark. So I think, yeah, I think that will be all for today. I hope it has been a chill stream for you, and I really hope that you learned something new. Or was it just me talking nonsense about anything at all? But let's open the donations to check if I've received any. There's nothing from Kofi and Traktir. There's one from Fauzan. Hello, morning, sir. Morning, Fauzan. Thank you for the donation. And yeah, thank you so much, Bobby. I learned a lot. Thank you. I'm glad it was helpful to you. I learned something new. Thanks, Bobby. Okay. So as a closing, maybe I should play Under the Moonlight with the piano, and then we'll end the stream. Wait, I forgot the chord. Yes, that's it. Okay, so thank you everyone for coming, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. And this has been Bobby Moonlight, Otsu Moonlight. Bye bye. Thank you.